Hey guys, how's it going? It's Mads Finds. I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. I'm also part of the Poshmark Consignment program where people sign up to send you bags. So if you choose, you can get, I believe, up to 4 bags a week that look just like this, and Uber drops it off right at your door. So the basic guidelines is Uber goes to the person's house and they pick up the bag, and then you get tracking through the Poshmark app on where the Uber is, and then it gets dropped off at your door. You don't have to be there, which is great. And then you have just, they try and say get it listed within a couple days, and I usually get it done within 2 days. Like, I already have all of this photographed and I should be able to list it all tonight. So it just depends on what your workload and how much time you have, but they generally want you to do it pretty quickly. And then once you have marked in the app that you're done with it, that bag you don't get to keep, sadly, because it is a cute bag, but then you would have like so many of those laying around. But I wish I could store it in there, but I just use clear bags to store it in, like separately in its own group. So if it needs to be sent back, it's just all right there and quick and easy to do that. But then once you mark it as everything's done, Poshmark sends you a label to send to the next person. Now, it's not the person who's going to send you the bag next, it's just some random person. So, and they do say to do that within 2 days, so that's something to note as well. You can message the person. I actually have never received a message from one of the consigners. And I would say, I think I started this in June in the Discord chat that other people have said they've gotten some interesting people. Once the 6 months are up, you decide, you send a message, be like, hey, do you want your items back, or is it okay if I donate them? I haven't actually gotten to the 6-month point, so I don't have any experience on how that goes, but that's what you're told to do. So it's something to know. I think at some point we're going to get somebody who's maybe upset about what you priced something, or if something's stained and you didn't list it, but you have complete control over the pricing, accepting offers, all of that. So no need to worry there. And Poshmark actually does send out emails of this like graph that shows you like, this bag's this old, this bag's this old, this is how much has sold. This is percentage that's sold, how much you made. It's actually good to see like what bag is making how much money. I'm kind of on a break right now. It's been, I think, like 5 weeks since my last bag because it was so bad. Like I literally haven't sold a single thing from that bag in those 5 weeks. And so I was just kind of scarred from that. So I was like, I don't want to take on more junk because I don't have unlimited space. So that's something to definitely consider, but if you have a lot of space, I think it's worth the risk. I'm definitely on the fence of maybe not so much right now, but it's just kind of good to have in my back pocket in case I'm running low on inventory, or I'm just gonna have a slower week and I have time to do it because I am part-time. So but if you're full-time, maybe. But I think if you're doing like 4 bags every single week, I can imagine that's just the mass amount that's being collected. I am currently just blocked off every single week of not accepting a bag, and until further notice, until I feel like I have the motivation or the extra workload to take on a bag that week, then I'll set it up. But I'm not actively getting a bag every single week. So instead of quitting, I think this is a good in between, because I made a little bit of money, but I think for the time effort, it's not as much there. But I'm also like holding on to what if one day I get an amazing bag that I make a ton of money on. It's kind of what's holding me back from dropping out completely, but till now I'll just take some risks here and there on bags. With the profit splitting 50-50 and these lower end items, it just makes it kind of hard to want to go to the post office for $3. Especially after you did all the work of photographing and storing it. But it's just something to consider. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll definitely make sure to answer them. I thought this bag would be interesting to go through because it is literally all kids' clothes. And I remember reading on the Discord, because there's a Discord chat if you're in this program, of other sellers. And it's just very interesting to see what other people's experiences are. People were worried because they don't sell kids' clothes, or they don't pick up kids' clothes because they think it's not of any value. And that is the case for some things. I mean, obviously you're not going to sell like a Cat and Jack shirt for very much, especially when you split the profits 50-50. But this is all like high quality mini Bowden Hannah Anderson. So I'm intrigued to see how it does. And obviously I'm going to lot some of them together to make it more valuable. I also think it would be interesting in maybe 3 or 6 months to see how much is sold from this bag, just to really see, are kids' clothes worth it to pick up, or should you just keep passing? Because at the thrift store, they're pretty cheap. I would say you can find like pieces of clothing for $1, $2. Show you what is in the bag. Okay, so the first lot I'm gonna do is this T dresses, so TEA. It's just a nicer quality kids brand, and it came with three T dresses, and they're all in good condition. So this would be a good lot. Then we also have some mini Bowden lot that I think are kind of similar to put together. And these are a 90, which I believe is also a 3T, like 90 centimeters, and it's Hannah Anderson, which is just also just one of those high quality pieces in this little yellow dress, a rainbow-ish tiered. This is the rainbow one. Cute rainbow. And this is like a tutu one with little daisies. And it wouldn't be kids' clothes if you don't have any Disney clothes, that's for sure. But this is just a Disney brand. But actually, I need to look into it because it does say Monica and Andy like below. So I don't know if this is like a collab, but it's actually really nice. And I believe I saw it was, yeah, it's 95% organic cotton. So I think for a Disney piece, I feel like usually they're polyester, just low quality, but this is actually high quality, but it does have a super small stain right there. But I think that's to be expected from kids' clothes, obviously. And some of the pieces are too stained to even sell, and those I'm just not obviously going to list. But the pieces that are just a small stain, I think it's worth it to still sell. And I had one tea dress that was a size 2. Along with the Elsa dress was a size 2. And I was like, okay, this is not enough to just sell on its own, and there's no other size 2. Oh, I'm gonna bundle that together with the Elsa dress, just because there's literally nothing to put it with. This is a 3T and another little Elsa dress, and we got this little Minnie Mouse one and a Disney brand Frozen denim jacket. That's gonna be a bundle. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a little winter one of these like side brands. Like there's this little plaid dress from Gap, size 3T. And this is a good kids brand, Janie and Jack. And it's just this little cardigan. And this is an Oshkosh little vest. So I just can put those together. Alrighty, then we have mini Bowden. So mini Bowden, Hannah Anderson, T, all good, great brands. And these were all a size 3 to 4. This little unicorn jumper. We got a butterfly dress. This is really cute, and this is a really unique pattern. It's actually kind of funny. It's this like underwater print, very interesting. And this last one, I was on the fence because there's a small faint, it's not even like really picking it up on the camera, faint yellow stain, but it's this star dress. And I'm like, it's in a bundle with all the other things, so just throw it in there. Then we have some swimsuits, and thankfully there was a set, and these are from Hannah Anderson, 85 centimeters, but just a little swim. And then we got this pair. And then this is I was really on the fence about listing this one, but I'm like, I'm just putting it together with those other things. But it's also Hannah Anderson, but it's a one piece. Looks like there's like sand engraved in it, so I don't know. I'm on the fence. We'll see. Then a second separate swimsuit bundle I'm gonna do is this. This is just a Cat and Jack one piece, and this is ruffle butts. I really don't know much about it, but this is the same thing. It looks like there's sand engraved in it, but we'll see. And then this is the ruffle butts, and I can see why that's called that brand because it has ruffles on the butt. So, and a little ruffle butts striped hat, and this white. This is actually a really cute white hat from Jan and July. I'm not sure about that brand, but throw that together with it. Another ruffle butts, just a top, swim top. Then we have a jacket, which is great because it is September now. So obviously going into fall. So some of those summer pieces, I'm a little worried that they won't sell, but we'll see. And this is a brand I haven't even looked up yet, but it's probably a nice brand. Who knows? Tucker and Tate. But it's got these cute little bears, ears on it. So we'll see how this does. And this next piece is a set, and I know I've heard people talk about this brand for kids, but this is quite a sight to see, so we'll see. But the brand is Lola and the Boys, and it is new with tags, so that's awesome. But it is this pink metallic top with the matching shorts, and yeah, this is very interesting, so we'll see how that does. Okay, so I just quickly looked up with the retail of Lola and the Boys, and it looks like you can get a set for like $60 to like $80, so that's not bad for kids' clothing. So I'm thinking maybe cause I usually tend to do like half price for new tags, so maybe $30. And I'm just going to run through all the items that are stained because I want it to be realistic that not everything that's gonna come in the bag is gonna be great. There's some items where I'm like kind of like, ooh, I don't know about that. So that's a risk with the bags. I know some people, they ask if they want them back, but I'm gonna keep them together with everything, and then at the end see if they want me to donate the bag or if they want it back, and then everything will just go with that because I don't want to deal with sending it back, these damaged items, and then having to send it back again at the end of things that don't sell. So I'm just holding everything together. This has a big yellow stain on the back, but a little Carter skirt, Old Navy. But the reason why is because there's a very faint stains on the sleeve, but also it is monogrammed with the name. So I don't think the sell-through of an Old Navy personalized denim jacket is probably not very high, so with the stains and all, so that's definitely not gonna be sold. But then we have this mini bone dress that has a ginormous stain on it, so definitely not. This is a Hannah Anderson, and this has like a blue stain, and there was something else wrong with it. Oh yeah, like the sleeve, oh, here we go. Yeah, that is definitely not sellable. And this was a Gap Sarah Jessica Parker collab, I guess, but it has like weird brown stains all over it, so I'm not feeling that. But that's everything that I'm not listing. We do have one adult item, but it looks like it's like a diaper bag or like a beach bag, but it's this neoprene camo bag, tote bag, and it's really big, but it's from Hot Shore, and there's just like a small stain in there, and it's got like an attached wallet. I don't know, we'll see, maybe like 20 bucks. Okay, there was some shoes in there, and we do have a really good pair, and they are some kids' red hunter boots in pretty good condition, just some mud, but nothing crazy. So amazing. Little bog boots that I don't think they've ever been worn, with fleece interior. We do have some Uggs, so we have this pink pair that just has a little bit of wear to it, and then this brown pair that has quite a bit more wear, but I think if I just price it low enough, it should still sell. But they got the little bow backs. Then we have some dirty-ish shoes, so I'm like, once again, on the fence if I want to list. But we have these little Jordans, but yeah, they're just a little dirty. I don't know, we'll see. And then these white high-top Converse, they got some stains, like some pink stains, but I don't know, we'll see. Then I'm gonna do a bundle of these two because they're both the size 8, but we have these unicorn Sam Edelman sneakers, super cute, and these little Gap velvet, also unicorns. That's why I thought they would be a great match. Then the last pair of shoes are these Sperry's, and they're in really great condition. So we'll see how these do. Alrighty, and then a second Hannah Anderson bundle I'm gonna do because they're all kind of the same style. Pink dress, and then there's a matching purple one. This super cute little printed one. And then there was just this random skirt in there, so I thought I would just throw it in with that. Alrighty, and then another bundle that's just a bunch, like just different brands, is Hatley in this hard skirt. Then we have this Gymboree pretty floral embroidered skirt. Then another Hatley ladybug dress. And this brand I'm gonna have to look up, but it's Jewels, but it feels nice. And it's just this striped dress. Then the last item that I got is this North Face windbreaker. And it's in excellent condition, so getting North Face, you can't complain about that, so we'll see. But that is everything that I got in this bag. As you can see, it's all kids' clothes. So I'm taking on the fear of kids' clothes, and are they gonna sell? Is there a market for it? Now, I do pick up some pieces here and there, especially like vintage pieces for myself to sell, but I'm very selective. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna update you on how this bag goes. But if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.